not how you supposed to look when you come to the range. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let me get all this off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wearing these either shaded glasses. I wear regular glasses. Damn, wear shaded glasses. But let me get serious, man. I don't like to have all my videos serious, man. You gotta be chill every now and then. No, you don't need an Army Force jacket. You don't need Tim's. These are actually the worst shoes to wear at the range. Terrible. All the bullets get stuck on the bottom of your shoes. Probably like a flat toe shoe. And you can't wear your gun out like that at the range. You can't do that. If you open carrying, you can, but don't do that. I just got the jacket on just to have it. It's actually a jacket I had in high school. I just found it. I just thought it was appropriate for the video. But you know, what I would say, the number one thing I would advise you to have when you go to the range is some jeans or some cargo pants, you know, because if you carry with a holster or anything like that, you know, a belt also. I don't have a belt. That's terrible. Gotta do this every time you're in the range. Yeah, that's not fun. But gloves are kind of optional, you know, your hands get dirty or whatnot, you know, dealing with the guns. And I would say, essential, get you a good pair of headphones. A good pair of headphones. I love these things. So when you wear these, you actually can hear the people talking around you, and it's so crisp. It's nice. You control how loud you want the range, how quiet you want the range. Most importantly, you need to bring a watch. You need to keep track of how long you be at the range. You can be there for a while. All right, now we gotta do what you're supposed to wear. You know, say you got long hair, you might want to tie it up to the back because you can't shoot with hair going all in your face, all kind of stuff like that. So, all jokes aside, let's get serious. What's up with y'all, man? As you could tell by the title that you clicked on and the madness that you just seen right before this. So I'm gonna tell you what I noticed that I needed the most, or somebody as a beginner, what you should take to the range with you. And you know, let's get straight to it. Like myself, I'm still a beginner, so that's why video is good for another beginner, you know what I'm saying? Because I learned as I went more and more, and I know what you need, what I needed, what I wish I would have knew, and all those good things before I got into the hobby / the sport, you know. First, we're gonna talk about absolute beginners. If you're a beginner, you more than likely are not starting out. You probably starting off with something like, you should have a 22 caliber any caliber 22 caliber handgun or rifle in your collection. That's a tip. It'll save you a lot of money in the end, because when you're just starting off, it's perfect to get a rifle and another rifle like of the same caliber chamber than 22, so you can practice with it and get your aiming down pat, and you know, do your drills, all that, practicing with the 22, then use your real ammo so you don't waste, you know, it costs a lot to train with the ammo that you need for the gun versus getting a 22 caliber, you know what I'm saying, firearm, and training with that. So here we go. This was my first firearm, you know. This thing is loaded, so like, it's why this is the biggest thing I had to learn right here. Finger discipline, like trigger discipline, I meant to say. Man, I finally have got really good with it. Like in the beginning, I used to be walking around fingering the trigger everywhere, like, and I had to get used to like not pointing the barrel at people. You got to keep it like, you know, out the way of people. Well, everybody been through it. So yeah, and if it's your first firearm, I would recommend. I can't really recommend too many things to you, because you know I haven't shot too many. But what I can say is, I started with a 9mm. I was trained by a police officer. He trained me and gave me my CPL. Not trained, but you know, he taught me the basics of how to handle a firearm and all those things, when to use it, when not to use it. And he just told me to go every Friday, you know, and practice to get used to it and getting good and comfortable with my firearm. So that being said, a 9mm, I would say no more than a 9mm when you first starting off if you go get a handgun. Now, what I did notice is that I did like using rifles more than a handgun over my time, so I think I just like bigger firearms overall, you know. And I'm getting kind of off topic here. So that's enough talking about what kind of gun stuff you should get as a beginner and all that. So the things that I take to the range with me is, and these are now my favorites. I got some of the first things I took with me and some of the things that I use now. So these were some of the first headphones I bought. Well, they call them ears. You got eyes and ears. These are just some eyes, and these are the ears. So those are just some terms you use. And then these are some Pro Case. I think it was like $35. These are great. You know, they worked for what they were, but when I started using my rifles and you changing muzzle brakes, things get loud. So now I use my walkers. You know, these things are crazy. Like I have my friend put them on, and you can hear everything clear, and you could turn up the volume and turn the volume down to how much you want to hear and how much you don't want to hear. And another thing I could say right here is mags. Take extra mags with you. Like, one thing I hate more than anything is having to sit there and load up inside of the range. I hate loading at the range. Like, I just take extra mags with me. That's another thing. And you want to get yourself a bag. This was my first bag because my first firearm was my handgun, and I ended up just carrying this. This can hold your ears. This can hold like 2 boxes of ammo. It can hold a loader, and it can hold everything you pretty much need to take with you to the range. And another thing you want to take to the range with you is you want to make sure you take enough ammo. So these just 2 boxes of ammo I had sitting here. Don't ask me why, but just make sure you take enough ammo with you. So what I want to say is I try to take enough, but I never take more than what I want to use. So like, because if you take 300 rounds of ammo with you, you will find yourself using all 300 rounds of ammo. I'm gonna put it just like that. It's really easy to shoot 50 rounds. Very easy. What I would say is, on like every time I go to the range, I no more, like when I just shoot my handgun, I take no more than 2 boxes of ammo with me. Like, really, I usually just take like a box every Friday, and that's how I practice with like 50 rounds every Friday. In the beginning, I was taking like 150 rounds with me every time, and that was like not getting me nowhere. When you take it like that, you don't even be thinking about like trying to actually aim, so you just be shooting for fun. And I'm trying to get better with it, you know. I also got my handgun for self-defense, so it's good to practice, you know. So another thing that we got, these, I actually love the splatter target. These are really small, but I noticed I like to shoot these with my rifle a lot because the rifle bullets are like so small, so you can actually see when you hit with these. And then like I like the smaller target because it's harder to hit versus having the big sheet of paper. And like, so I like splatter targets a lot. In the description I have a link where you can get all this stuff from. You can just click on the link, check it out. So overall, like I said, like I went over in the beginning, the apparel, I like to wear something with longer sleeve. Like in the summertime, I just wear like a really light, like something to go under my tees, or like some sleeves, period. Because you know, when you're shooting at the range, bullets bounce and they sit on you, and you will notice it'll start to sizzle. You'll be aiming and it bounce on you, and you would start going like this, you know.